Hello, my name is Alfred Mattingly, and this is my initial self-assessment for the selection course with AKU. So the first learning objective has to do with being able to develop and demonstrate a knowledge of personnel selection theory, research, and its application. So this is something that I have some minor experience with. I've underwent selection processes for different jobs as a candidate, and I've read a little bit about selection theory just in the other courses I've done for this program that have touched upon it. But this is definitely a hole in my knowledge base for IO, and it's a very important part of the field. So I'm excited to learn more about it and be able to practice it as a professional. The second objective has to do with being able to evaluate empirical findings and the implications of those, and the research trends in personnel selection. This is something that I have just kind of a general knowledge about in regards to selection, just in the other things I've read about it in my other courses. But this is something that I haven't had a lot of practice with specifically for selection, but I've had a lot of experience with statistical analysis and being able to understand and present research on other topics. So this is something that I hope transfers well to this specific topic as well. The third objective has to do with understanding the ethics and the legality and professionalism that comes with working in personnel selection. This is something that I've done some background knowledge and research on, just as far as the ADA and civil rights and diversity laws and things like that. But it's obviously such an important part of our field, being able to ensure that everybody is treated fairly and justly, and that no part of the selection process is going against them. And so this is something that I'm very excited to learn more about, just because it's so relevant and important to our practice and for those affected by our practice. And the last learning objective for this course has to do with integration, being able to integrate all of this knowledge and research into a selection process and be able to present it to people in a way that's understandable. And this is something that I don't have any experience with. I've never designed selection processes. I've never had the opportunity to do that before. But it sounds like this is a really important skill to have, an important mastery to develop. So I'm excited to have that as an additional skill and knowledge base for my career. Finally, there are two learning objectives I've set for myself as well. That is to discover what the new trends are in selection practice. Because you want to stay relevant, you want to stay within the context of the globalization taking place and the internet basis that's taking place, the virtual teams basis that's taking place. So that will be important to understand, and also to learn the situational and the industry applications for personnel selection as well. The industries I care about, such as the video game industry, the internet-based entertainment industry, and understand what specifically selection looks like for those kinds of fields. So thank you very much for the opportunity to learn and grow in this course.